Alright, today we're going to turn this 55-gallon drum into a fermentation vessel for meads, wines, ciders, anything you can think of. I think I figured out a pretty simple and easy way to do it without costing a lot of money. This barrel here was only 10 bucks, and parts I got maybe $20 in, something like that. So alright, we're going to get started. Alright, some of the stuff we're going to need. This is the bung wrench. It's to take the caps off of the 55-gallon drum. So these are real handy to have so we can get them on there nice and tight and get the tight ones off. So we got that. This here is a 3/4 inch fitting, slip fitting into a threaded. This actually threads right into the center of there. So we're going to take that, punch that center out there so we can flow liquid through there, and that's not too hard to do. Let's see, we got two of those, one for the top and one for the bottom. We have our valve so we can get our liquid out the bottom where we fermented. This here is what we're planning on using as basically an airlock. It's a 1/2 inch, so I do have a 3/4 to 1/2 inch reducer. So it's going to go from there into here, and this will be filled with water. So as the pressure builds up, we're going to have our bubble. I'm going to have this up this way so we can actually set our water level, you know, up to the very top of this without any backflow. And this I could have spilling over if I want. A couple 90 degrees pieces. So we got two of these, one for the top and bottom. So we got our valve. Now we're just going to cut some pipe. I got about 3 foot of 1/2 inch and about 3 foot of the 3/4 inch. I got three more 3/4 inch out in the garage if I need it, but I don't think we will, so I'm going to cut it. I'm going to get it all laid out. Then we'll put it on and show you how it's done, or how I've done it. Alright, it took a few seconds to do my configuration, but it went really quick. So let me show you what we got here. We got the bung piece. It's the 3/4 inch threaded, the 3/4 inch slip. Just a small piece of 3/4 inch pipe. And then we have our 3/4 inch elbow that comes out to a 1/2 inch. Small 1/2 inch pipe, 1/2 inch elbow. And there's a little bitty, it's like an 1.5 inch, 1/2 inch pipe, and then this little, is it check valve or whatever you want to call it, P-trap kind of thing for our airlock. And this will screw into the top. I'll show you that in just a second. For our bottom, it's even simpler. We have our bung piece here. We got the 3/4 inch screwed into, threaded to a 3/4 inch slip. Just a small little piece to connect it. So this way we have our valve, so we can turn it on and off when we need to. When we're done fermenting, we can actually help with our bottling. Piece coming out, 3/4 little elbow, and I put a long tube on. You'll see why in just a second. All right, let me put those on there real quick, and we'll go from there. Oh, one more real quick thing. You're working PVC, especially, you know, when you got 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch. These little PVC cutters are awesome. They're not the, you know, not perfect by all means, but yeah, they're awesome. Put your PVC pipe in there, and I like to kind of cut a little bit, turn it, cut a little bit, turn it, and then cuts right through it. 1/2 inch, no problem. 3/4 inch, not bad. I think it was like 10, 12 bucks. I mean, your other option is sawing it, or like a bandsaw or something like that, which is ridiculous. So, anyways, yeah, those are awesome. Let's throw those on there, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so there we go. We got the 55-gallon drum, and actually the way my basement is, I have a big concrete shelf here, so great place to put it, and got my workbench down here. It works out pretty good. But I got everything just, it's dry fitted. I'm not going to glue anything. The pressure we're going to have in here coming out is not going to be anything that's going to push these things apart. I mean, the only pressure we're going to have is what it takes for it to push a bubble up through there. So I'm not worried about that. Everything's going to be dry fitted. Same down here. I'm not worried about leaks. There's not going to be any pressure. If I'm wrong, what I might do is just fill this up with water, you know, up to here. Yeah, I got a water hose in my basement. Kind of got a good setup. But anyways, we might fill this up with water and make sure we're not going to have any kind of leaks. And this is going to be shut off. And what's awesome about this, it's going to come out there, talking about coming down here, and then I can have, you know, say this is my jar or whatever I'm filling, fill it right into there. Or we can extend this down more into a bottle. You know, it all depends on if you're filling growlers, a keg, whatever. When you're doing, you know, this much, if we're doing bottles, I mean, there's more than one way to do it. We could drain it down and put it in. I could empty it and fill this up. You know, this is, what is this, 2 gallons, gallon and a half, 2.5 gallon container here. Fill this up and then use this, you know, set it up here or over there or something, and fill my wine bottles up that way, and then cork them. I usually do a lot of flip tops, especially with my meads. So, yep, there we go. Now, definitely, first time on this, I'm not gonna go with a mead, but like I said, we got about 20 bucks into this, 30 bucks. 10 on this thing. Came from a distillery. Somebody gets them, and they sell them for 10 bucks. Yeah, you can't beat it. They were, you know, used there for, it was a sweetener that the distiller uses to make their ferments. And it's like 2 or 3, you know, a couple cents there, a couple cents there. So you're looking at 1, 2. This was 3 or 4 bucks. So let's say 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 20 bucks maybe. 30 if you got to go buy this at one of these. You know, can't find a good place for them. So there you go. And we got a 55 gallon fermenting tank for 20-30 bucks. And I think that's a pretty easy way to get everything out, in and out of it. Granted, I mean, once we get down here, we got from, you know, here to here, then we're not going to be able to empty out, but it's also where a lot of our solids are going to settle, so it shouldn't be too big of an issue. And once this thing's empty, or mostly empty, it's really light. Take it outside, wash it out, or like I said, I can take a water hose, take that top off, spray it. It's the other good thing about keeping these loose, or not loose, but you know, not too tight, because I can just pop that out and then use my wrench on there. Alright, hope this helps or inspires somebody to, yeah, get some fermenting tanks. Alright, just to top it all off, like I said, we're going to bottle out of here. I just found this in some of my spare parts. It's a 3/4 inch to a 1/2 inch. This is, I think, threaded in there. But as you can see, I just got the little 1/2 inch hose on there with the clamp. So it hoses onto those threads nice and tight. This end, we got another clamp. And we have a 3/4 inch to, I'm not sure what this is. Or this is a 1/2 inch, my bad. This is the 1/2 inch into, I think, 1/4. But the cool thing about this is, here's our bottle. Fits right in there. So what we're going to do is slide this clamp onto the hose. Slide that right in there. Lock that down. We start our flow. And now, in the bottle, put it right into our bottle. And it's even got a little gap there, so we'll have the air will be able to come out. And I think that's going to work perfect. Alright, like I said, there's a lot of possibilities. Once you get a few of these parts, start playing around, see what you can do with them. Have a good one.